Hi, and welcome to Mr. Garofolo's podcast. In this episode, we're looking at operations with scientific notation, homework problem number 13. In this problem, we're asked to find how long it will take to reach Saturn in a spacecraft if the spacecraft is traveling at 700,000 kilometers per day and the distance to Saturn is 1,400,000,000 kilometers away. Since these are such large numbers, we're going to want to write them in scientific notation first before we attempt any operations. So this would be the distance from Earth to Saturn, 1.4 times 10 to the 9th kilometers, and the speed, 700,000, can be written as 7 times 10 to the 5th kilometers per day. Now this problem is actually an application of a distance, rate, and time problem, where you may have seen this formula before, where distance is equal to the rate something is traveling times the amount of time that it travels. Commonly referred to this as d equals RT, distance equals rate times time. Well, if we replace those quantities, the distance from Earth to Saturn is 1.4 times 10 to the 9th, and the speed, 7 times 10 to the 5th, and the unknown here is t, time. Now, if you look at this on a simpler level, for instance, if you had, say, 14 equals 7 times t, we would all know what to do, right? We would divide by 7, and we'd find that t would be 2. So if you kind of think about it like this, and you look at this problem in that same context, we would have to divide both sides by 7 times 10 to the 5th. That would allow us to solve for t, time. So we need to do 1.4 times 10 to the 9th divided by 7 times 10 to the 5th. We divide the decimal numbers first. 1.4 divided by 7 is 0.2. And using the laws of exponents, 10 to the 9th divided by 10 to the 5th is 10 to the 4th. So it's going to take 0.2 times 10 to the 4th days. Now, this number right now is not written in scientific notation, but we could write it if we needed to. The number 0.2 is really 2 times 10 to the negative 1, this number right here. So if we rewrite that as its own little scientific notation expression, we come up with this, 2 times 10 to the 3rd. 2 times 10 to the 3rd is equivalent to 2,000. So the answer is that it will take 2,000 days for the spacecraft to make it to Saturn. I hope this was helpful. On these word problems, try converting the numbers into scientific notation, particularly in problem number 11. Make these numbers in scientific notation that are easy to work with since it says about. So for instance, on number 11, I would make the world population 7 billion, and Long Island population 7 million. This is going to make it easier to work with and easier to write the numbers in scientific notation before you do the operations that are required. Well, good luck and see you in class.